Hello everybody, welcome, my name is Josh, welcome to Would You Rather. This is a game where there's two choices, one or the other, and then your choice is compared to the other choices of everyone else in the world. Now I know a lot of YouTubers have done this and I thought, why the heck not? So let's begin with the first question. Would you rather eat eat a 5-course meal in front of 10 starving children, or steal a bucket from 5 Salvation Army Santas? That is a very harsh question. I wouldn't want to do either of those. So now comes down to the question is, which one do I feel is the least dickish not doing here? So let's see. Well, if I eat 5-course meals in front of 10 starving children, I feel like a major douche. And I don't want to feel like a major douche. However, stealing 5 buckets from the Salvation Army, that makes me feel like an equal douche. So, damn, this is a hard one. Okay, it depends. If I steal the buckets, do I get away with it, and do they even notice? If they don't notice that I'm stealing the buckets, then I feel like a douche inside, but nobody has to know. If I'm eating in front of 10 children that are starving, then I feel like a douche and somebody does know it. So, I'm assuming that the 5 Salvation Armies that they don't know. Hey, most people agree with me because they're all hoping that nobody noticed. Uh-oh. Where's, what the heck? Where's... Oh. It's right there in front of me and I just didn't... Never mind. Would you rather have X-ray vision or have laser vision? Ooh, that's an interesting one. X-ray vision would allow you to see through things. Anything you could ever want. Whereas laser vision allows you to destroy anything you could ever want. So the question is, do I want to be able to destroy things or see through things? It's a very tough one. If I had to be honest, I think I'd have to go with X-ray vision, because although laser vision is useful for destroying things, X-ray vision is useful for seeing things that others might not want you to see. And I'm not talking about the perverted way. I'm talking in a useful way. So someone says that they're going to do something, and you don't 100% trust them, well, now you can look through the wall and see what they're actually doing instead of what they may be hiding. So that does have its uses. Other than perverted ways, I know it's just... Hey, most agree with me. Alright, next question. Would you rather be stuck with Dawn or be stuck with May? I have no idea what this question is asking. There's 2 different types of women that I'm supposed to know. I have no idea, so I'm just going to click one and we're going to move on. It looks like I clicked the wrong one. Oh well. Would you rather be a cowboy or an Indian? That's a very good question. As a cowboy, most of the cowboys back then had guns and most of the Indians had bows and arrows. And a lot of them died. So the question is, do I want to have a gun or do I want to have bows and arrows? That is a very good question. Well, guns are more accurate and easier to use. Arrows are really hard to run out of ammunition because you can just pull them right back out of the bodies of the ones you shoot. I don't know, that's a very good question. Both were douches in their own ways. And so, the cowboys were douches for trying to take over the Indians' land, and the Indians kind of were douches for scalping everyone that they happen to come across. But you can't really blame them for when they're trying to take your land. I suppose that's an interesting way of retaliation, but either way I don't think I'd want to. But nowadays Indians have reservations. The gambling casinos, okay, that's just too far. I honestly don't know. If we're just basing it off of the back then, since the Cowboys won, I don't know. It looks like a lot of people agree with me. I don't really care either way. But if I had to choose, I mean, not only did the Cowboys win, but they have guns. So, yeah. Would you rather eat all your meals where the food is freezing cold, which would suck, or eat all the meals with 5 tablespoons of salt poured on it? That is salty. That is way too salty. And I have had some salty stuff. Now, I love my mother to death, but one time she made beef stew and salted each piece of beef. Like, literally breaded it in salt, and it was nasty. So I know how nasty really over salty things can be. So knowing that, I would not want to do that. So I would rather eat my food cold. And a lot of people agree with me because I would rather have my food cold than extra salty, because that is not fun. Okay, would you rather live with Steve Harvey and co-host The Family Feud with him, or live with Jeff Foxworthy and co-host Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with him? That is an interesting question. I've seen Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, and I've seen I've seen I'm Smarter Than a Fifth Grader more than I've seen Family Feud. And I'm going to go with, I guess most people disagree with me. I actually think Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is a good show, but then again, I think I've only seen Family Feud once. So, I suppose, I don't know, maybe I'm biased towards that. Next one. Would you rather vote for Barack Obama or vote for Mitt Romney? Let me state, this is an how you guys are going to know it. Okay. I owe nothing against either candidate. But after 8 years of Barack Obama, I don't care what side of the fence you're on, he has literally screwed up America. That's my opinion. It doesn't have to be your opinion. You can believe whatever you want, but that is my opinion. Now, there are a lot of people who said Mitt Romney would have been an even worse candidate than Barack Obama. I have no idea, since he never made it in and whatnot. We actually have no idea how good of a president he probably could have been. But I do know how good of a president Barack Obama has been, and it has not been a very good one. So, well, now you guys know I'm Republican. Again, as I probably said this before, when it comes to the comments, please keep the religion, politics, and stuff like that out of the comments, because that causes fights. You guys know what I stand for now. Don't really bother me. I'm not going to push anything on anybody. You believe what you want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. I'm going to leave it at that. So, would you rather be famous for this lifetime or go down in the history books? Well, what that's basically asking is, would I want to be famous just for my lifetime, when I pass away I'm completely forgotten for the rest of eternity? Or do I want to go down in history books where I'm famous for all eternity? Well, to be honest, I actually have no aspiration of being famous. I'll just put that out there right now. I mean, if it happens, it happens. They're awesome. But I'm not one of those just going to go out there and try to overachieve to be famous in any way, shape, or form. But if I had to choose to be famous, I think I'd want to go down. I would want people to know me for more than just a time period. So that's actually almost pretty split even, only by 2%. Okay, would you rather be the head chef on a luxury cruise liner, or be the head chef in the White House? This one's going to be obvious for me. I have motion sickness, so boats are not fun for me unless I'm taking motion sickness medicine, which I hate, because then I become the sleepiest the sleepiest person, and I literally just pass out for hours even in the middle of the day. So I hate that kind of stuff. So because of my motion sickness and because of motion sickness medicine, which I hate so much, I'm going to choose to be the head chef of the White House. Plus, I think that'd be pretty cool cooking for the president. And most people agree with me. Would you rather stop showering or stop brushing your teeth? That's actually a tough one. Well, if I stop showering, then I'm going to look really bad in public, and that's not really good. That's really bad. If I stop brushing my teeth, my breath will start to smell, but people won't notice my breath as much as they will my looks. My looks you can see from a distance. Your breath, I can eat a breath mint, and it covers the breath up right away, and maybe my teeth look a little bad, but it's a lot better than not showering, because not showering, your hair looks greasy, and everyone can just tell how shitty that looks. So, I'm going to go with the teeth. And most people agree with me. Okay, would you rather be the homemaker or be the breadwinner? I'm I think I understand this. I mean, the homemaker, I think, is taking care of the house, I think. And the breadwinner, I think, is... I have honestly no idea, so we're just gonna... I'm just gonna click on one and... Well, I happen to be lucky and click on that, because I did not... would you rather be a character on Lost, or be a character on Heroes? Well, I have seen neither of those shows, so I can... Well, I've heard of Lost, I've never heard of Heroes. I know what Lost is and what the gist of it is. I've just never seen Lost. Heroes I've never seen or even heard of. But if it has something to do with superheroes, what kind of heroes are we talking? Like, do I know these superheroes? Since I do not know, I cannot legitimately say one way or the other. But because I actually know what Lost is, I'll click on. Oh well, that's my loss, I guess. Would you rather have a lover who only speaks on Mondays? It's kind of weird. Or have a lover who only speaks in Pig Latin? If I only have a lover that speaks on Mondays, then she only speaks 1 day a week, and the rest of the week she's silent. If I only have a lover who speaks in Pig Latin, I can't understand a darn thing she's saying, which does not help me at all. So, that is an interesting question. Well, I'd have to go with only speaks on Mondays. But then again, I suppose I could learn Latin, Pig Latin, which is, I forget what the difference between regular Latin is and Pig Latin. I think they're similar, but I know, or maybe they're just the exact same thing. It's just when everybody says Pig Latin, they just say Latin. I have no idea, but I know Latin's a dead language. Was the original English way back in the day. So I mean, no one really speaks it anymore, unless I'm thinking, and I know regular no, I do not speak Latin, so I would not understand anything. That is an interesting question. I'm always going to have to go with... Because Latin, I can actually learn Latin and then understand it. If she only speaks on Mondays and she only speaks 1 day a week, which at first you would think, hey, a woman not speaking at all during the week except for 1 day. No offense to women. It's just... My mother, she just never shuts up sometimes. I love her to death, but jeez. But anyway, that might sound interesting at first, but after a while it's just going to get depressing and quiet. It's too quiet then. I will admit that. There's at least some talking. So I'm going to have to go with the Latin because I could actually learn to speak Latin and then we could still talk all the time and we wouldn't be hindered to just 1 day. Oh wow, well, I lose. Would you rather spend the day with Justin Bieber or spend the day with Miley Cyrus? I don't really keep up with the whole celebrity world, but I do know both of these people, and I've heard some very interesting things about them. Since you guys know I have a full-time job at a full-time, well, pretty close. But anyway, I actually work at a grocery store, and there's plenty of tablets, so I always see things going on with people all the time. So, well, I only see the cover. I'm not allowed to read while I'm working, obviously, but yeah. From what I know, Justin Bieber, I think, went to jail or something. Don't quote me on anything. I do not know. I know Miley Cyrus has been a little crazy recently. Well, I have nothing against either one of them. Like I said, I don't really know much about either one of them, but I will say this. Justin Bieber's songs have driven me crazy because from multiple places I've worked with kids, but all they want to do is listen to Justin Bieber, so his music just drives me crazy. So if I had to choose, I think I'd choose Miley Cyrus just because Justin Bieber's music drives me crazy, and a lot of people agree. Again, I have nothing against either one of them, but Justin Bieber's Baby Baby song, I used to work at a save program after school when I worked at high school, and the kids just wanted to listen to that one song for 3 hours straight every day. Baby, baby, it just drove me crazy. No. Just a whole lot of nope. Alright, one last question here. Would you rather burp confetti or fart glitter? Both of those sound very unpleasant. But which sounds less? If I'm burping confetti, that's paper coming out, and I'm just like choking on that shit as it's coming out, which would not be comfortable. Whereas I felt glitter, I wouldn't really feel anything at all. My shit would just come out extra sparkly. So to me, so that's the more comfortable one seems to be that. And people disagree. You want to choke on that shit coming out? Alright, anyway. That was Would You Rather. It was actually kind of fun. I might do another one. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the other videos that I have done. And I will see you later. Goodbye.